County Connection. I'm Dawnafe Whitesinger, County Supervisor for District 5, and today we are talking about shopping local and a little bit about Sunrise Park Resort. And we have two representatives from our local community here, and I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves. So we'll start with Sunrise.
Hi, Dawnafe. I'm Bill London, Sunrise Park Resort, and excited to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. And Pinetop?
Malaina Spillman from the Pinetop Lakeside Chamber of Commerce.
Great. Well, it's good to have both of you here, Malaina and Bill. First, we'll start a little bit about shopping local. I know, I think, what is it, after Black Friday and at the day after, the Saturday after, is the big push to shop local.
Exactly.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Saturday is always the Small Business Saturday. And as part of the chamber, we definitely like to push our small businesses. We have some great shops and great little boutiques in Pinetop Lakeside, and we really want to get everybody in our community to go out and try to spend their money local, because not only does that help the small businesses, but that helps our community because those tax dollars stay here. And there's a lot of things that you can get in Pinetop Lakeside and Show Low and Snowflake Taylor and Holbrook that you can get online. You might spend a few dollars more, but then you have to remember that all that money is going back to support our local communities.
And I think that's important. One of the things that I take some time to do, every few months is attend the Perk Up. And the Perk Up, I think a lot of our local community are aware of what the Perk Up is. Just an opportunity for local businesses to get together and talk about the things that are happening with those businesses. And this past month, you talked about the flocking. What is that about?
So this is the first time we did our flamingo flocking. And so what we did was just basically what it is not only is it a way for the Pinetop Lakeside Chamber to raise a little bit of money, but it's also to draw attention to those small businesses. So what we did is put it out there to all of our chamber members and the entire community. You didn't have to be a chamber member to participate, and you paid $50 or more. It was a donation to the chamber, and we took 12 flamingos out and put them out in your friend, neighbor, local business, enemy, whoever you wanted to do, and had 12 flamingos out in their yard with a sign that says you've been flocked, and contact the Pinetop Lakeside Chamber for more info. I think it was a great success. It was a hit. We actually have had kind of a joke going around the office. We had one of our flamingos that was flamingo napped, I guess you would say, from Cellular One. So we've had a thing out there for a reward for our missing flamingos. So it's been starting, people have been talking about it a lot. Yeah.
Kidnapping.
So yeah. So it really got the people talking and drawing attention to those businesses, and had people go into the businesses and ask, well, what is the deal with the flamingo? And hopefully they stuck around and shopped a little bit too. So.
I thought that was great. It kind of draws your eye. I know that I saw the flamingos at Salt, and I saw them here in Show Low at the town council chambers.
Yes,
so it was fun to be able to see those. So that was a great opportunity to kind of give some, I guess, a little flair to some of the businesses around the community.
Yeah, and that was the idea, and I think it went off really well and was well received. So we're going to do it again probably about May. Yeah. So
great. Well, Bill, can you tell us a little bit about what's happening up on the mountain?
Absolutely. You know what? We're open, and that's a good sign, right? We were open the weekend before Thanksgiving, so for us, that's a good, we try to open early. I think it really sends a great message to our market, hey, come up for the holidays, because right now it's not as critical as far as it's nice to be open, it's important to be open, but it's really about the Christmas holidays. That's when we really get busy. We know we're going to see our skiers and boarders, so to be open right now is really important. We close down during the week. We reopen for Thanksgiving weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, shut back down. We're going to reopen this Friday, and we'll be open for the remainder of the season now, 7 days a week. But it's a good start, and we have Sunrise Mountain open to the top, which is kind of fun. I think obviously it's the oldest mountain. It's where it all started, and it's got great terrain, about 75% open. Some trails aren't able to be open right now, but all in all, really good conditions.
Great, and that, and I want to remind viewers that we are, and I hate to say this, Mel tells me not to say that it's a taping, but I think the community knows it's a taping, Mel. I just say that in a sense that we hope that the snow conditions change a little bit, and if you're watching this at the end of December, that all of our mountains are open, and that the experience is a little different. And one of the things, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to partner with Sunrise Park Resort and be able to serve in the capacity of board membership in helping some of the decision making and leadership there. And I think it's one of the pinnacles of our community in a sense that brings community together. Our businesses are certainly grateful when we're able to open, and that we can allow, I guess, or provide some of the tourism opportunity. So I think that's great. And so when we think about the end of December, we want to have a full mountain, and we want to see lots of people in our community shopping and being able to experience our local community. Malaina, do you know about how many local businesses we have in Pinetop Lakeside?
We got a list from the town probably about 2 months ago, and there's about 400 business licenses that have been issued, or renewed and new ones issued. So a safe bet, I would say definitely about 350 brick and mortar businesses that we have within Pinetop Lakeside city limits, and I could be off on that, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 350. So, and those are almost all of those are locally owned and operated. We don't have big box stores in Pinetop Lakeside, with the exception of Safeway, but even Ace Hardware is locally owned and operated, and Bash's or Eddie's Country Store, I guess it is. So on all the restaurants, are locally owned and operated, even McDonald's. So
yeah, that's pretty impressive. 350 businesses in our small community. So you can see the impact of every dollar, and why it's important for us to think about shopping local. And what does that mean? I read some clip recently about, when you're paying your small business owner, you're not only paying them, but you're helping, the community grow, and you're helping their families to be invested in the community and for our schools to improve. And, so it has a much larger impact than just going to a business and purchasing whatever it is that you might be purchasing.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I think when we look at our business, we have over 400 employees when we're fully up and operational. And you think about regionally in a community, we have probably maybe 100 that are part-time that come from outside our region. We have some part-time instructors that come up out of Phoenix or Tucson. But, a lot of families here in the area. And I think shopping local, working local, it's really nice to see our businesses do well. Winter season, it's important to all of our businesses. And that's why we're excited as far as Sunrise goes, I know, to be open. And I know that we get our tourism dollars that come up, and I was mentioning earlier that had taken a trip down to Mexico to Hermosillo, big market during the Christmas holidays and in February and the first weekend in February, and they know Pinetop, so it was interesting. We didn't have anything really down there. We're not aggressively down there yet, but we're going to work on it. But I just thought it was interesting that they know Pinetop and they say Pinetop. So, I don't speak Spanish, so the communication gap is there. But I will tell you that it's nice to have a presence down there, and I think the reputation for the local Pinetop Lakeside community and actually all of our region is really a strong one. I think it's really good, and hopefully it's something we're going to grow.
I think that's great, and you can kind of see the partnership, and I guess why Sunrise is so important to the community, especially during, we hope that it would be year-round, but we see that definitely during the winter season.
And we're definitely working on that. I think the exciting thing is, even right now, I think with the board support, we're putting in zip lines. And now is not the time to be building them in that the weather. It's a harder time. But we have guys up there right now that are laying it out. We have the poles up to get it started, and we're going to be doing that all winter long. So that way, come the spring, we think we'll open in the spring and the summer with our zip tour, which is really unique, I think, especially to our region. And we think it's going to add to the attraction because we've really put an effort in trying to grow not only our winter business, but our summer business as well. And this is another feature that we think is going to really help us with that.
I think that's great. I think, looking at the future and knowing what businesses, because, one of the things that we talk about a lot is the impact of weather. How does weather impact our season? That has an impact locally on people coming, because people want to experience snow. That's the whole idea of coming to the mountains in a sense. But how do we think about, well, if we continue to have this drought trend, what do we look towards? And those things are like the zip lines and other opportunities to bring people here and businesses here that might want to partner. So we're grateful that, the tribe looks to, I guess, expanding and looking at that future opportunity. Malaina, are there any special things we should be looking forward to in Pinetop?
Well, the Chamber's always doing something new, some new event or something. We have, in December, we have our putt-putt. We're going to do a holiday one this time. We usually do it in March, and we'll still do one in March. But so hopefully those that are watching before December 13th can come and participate in our putt-putt. And what that is we go around to 9 different local bars and restaurants. So we have all the way from the house here in Show Low down to the Lion's Den in Pinetop. And you stop and patronize each of those businesses with, either food, buying food and drink. And it's $20 for each person in your foursome to participate, and it's just a really fun event, and it gets people out there on a Sunday when it's possibly not the most busiest day for those bars and restaurants, and gets them a little bit more foot traffic, and hopefully we'll see some more foot traffic because of that. So that's one thing that's coming up, and we'll be doing a lot of other events in January and March with the Flick with the Chicks, and so we'll be doing that, and we get a lot of local business support from that too. So it's really great to have the community come together with our events. And
so those who might not know about the Flicks with Chicks, what is that about? Bill's like, oh, I think I might want to go there.
So a lot of people kind of misunderstand that it's just going to be a flick chick, or chick flick, excuse me. And it's not. We're the Chamber Chicks, and so it's coming to watch a movie with us, basically. And we're going to be doing Dirty Grandpa in January. We haven't nailed down the specific date, but it's going to be around January 26th, the end of January. It's a Tuesday night, and you get a glass of wine and dinner and your movie ticket. And we do 50-50 raffle. We do some other prizes, and Jill Tinkle State Farm always sponsors that, and Distinctive Auto Body. So another local business, 2 businesses that come out and support us, and just have a fun night and get some more business for the movie theater too. So they're always really fun. They're very popular. We get about 80 to 120 people depending on the movie.
Oh, wow. That's a great turnout.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And Dirty Grandpa looks like a hilarious movie, so it's definitely not a flick chick. I keep saying that, flick chick, a chick flick. But
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely. So it should be a fun time. So
great. That sounds like fun. Something for people to look up in the future. I think you have it on a monthly basis.
We try to. We'll be having one in January, the end of January. Then we'll be doing a different style one in February. We'll be doing it at the Nature Center, actually, on Woodland Road behind the movie theater. And it'll be a family night. And we're encouraging everybody to come out in their pajamas and bring their camp chairs and bean bags and blankets and just hang out and watch. They have a big projector there at the Nature Center, and we'll be watching Harry and the Hendersons. So we're working on getting a Bigfoot to have everybody be able to take pictures with Harry, and popcorn and a macaroni and cheese bar, and just some different things, and give the community some fun things to do as a family. And then we have our Snow Glow on February 19th, which is our 5K competitive run and 1 mile fun run. We do that at Mountain Meadow Recreation Complex on Woodland Road. And it is at night, and hopefully this year we'll have snow. We didn't have any snow last year, but we have t-shirts that glow in the dark. It's all dark, and the track is lit by lights and just around, and give everybody glow sticks and glow necklaces and stuff, and just have something different and fun to do. So
That sounds like a blast.
yeah, it was a lot of fun last year. So
And I know Sunrise does some fun things up on the mountain that we've tried to add a tradition or a flair of tradition up on Sunrise. What are some of those things, Bill?
Oh, absolutely. Well, obviously we do night skiing, which I think is kind of unique, especially in the state. And that starts in January. I think it's going to start New Year's Eve, actually. And every night skiing night, we do a torchlight parade. And we use our guests, so our skiers and boarders are the ones that actually sign up and do it. We give them either flares for those old enough that we can trust with a flare, and not our employees usually. And then we also have glow, like these glow features that kids can carry and they come down. And then we also have fireworks that go off every night skiing night, so that's kind of cool. First night will be New Year's, and that's going to be about 8 nights throughout January, February. So we do that. We have Ladies' Day. Again, our sport is really skewed towards men, wanting to encourage women. I know you guys get up on the mountain, your families do, but my daughters do, my wife does. But we really want to encourage women to participate up on the mountain. So we do women's events. It's a clinic. We'll do a few dates where it's all women instructors, it's all women participants, and they really spend quality time with them at all levels, working on their skiing and snowboarding. They do a special luncheon for them. They'll do a wine and cheese party afterwards. We've had fashion shows during it, but just really an opportunity for women to kind of get together, and for guys, we're always excited to see women on the mountain. Although we make sure they keep their distance. But that will happen in January and February.
Diva Days.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a neat little event. And they put really good goodie bags together. I know our local shops, you talked about them. I know Chrissy's ski and board shop, she always throws in some stuff. They just put together these nice little packets, and it's tied through our ski and ride school, so you can go on the web and check it out and get more information through them. We also do we'll do a fat tire race. Last year we did our first one, had a few participants. We're looking to grow it, but it's literally fat tire bikes that come down the mountain. And why people do that, I have no idea, because it's scary. I mean, that's just insane, but they love it. We do mountain biking in the summertime, and those guys are nuts. I mean, that's when you have a little bit better grip, but downhill pedaling for speed, these guys on these fat tires coming down the snow and trying to get more speed, it's crazy. But they are so passionate, you can't help but love it. And so we'll be doing that event. I know we're going to be doing, in the spring, we do like the pond skimming. We do some box races, some other events. We participate in the USASA series, so we do some freestyle events. We also do some snowboard racing, and those haven't been scheduled yet, but it's a great organization, and it travels regionally throughout the Southwest. And then when you qualify, you can go to their national races, and I think it's held up in Utah. But just a great series, and it's really fun to participate in that. So, and then we've got just a bunch of other things going on. We do the Winter Festival, which is we do dog sleds up on the mountain, and we're trying to really move it literally up on the mountain, so that way it's easier for people to see it. They usually run out in our cross country area, and it's a little hard to find them. You can see them leave and you see them come back. Right. Our hope is to try to get it closer to where more people are involved in it. But usually tied to that, we do like a snow sculpture or some type of event where you build something with snow. We'll have like a chili cook-off, some other different opportunities, just trying to create something for families to participate in. So we've got that, and then just our normal events. We have some great skiing and snowboarding stuff. We have a terrain park for people, and a progression park as well for people for the little ones or the people that are just starting, trying to get comfortable using features. It's skiers and snowboarders. And then also we have more advanced features. We have some great terrain, 3 mountains of fun. And we'll be doing a variety of other things you can really check on the website. I will say that if you're at the area and you see pink flamingos, stop drinking from the flask, stop going to the saloon, because we normally don't have them. I love that concept. You know, it would terrify me, though. I'm glad I wasn't in town, because I'd be thinking, man, I better stop drinking or taking it. I thought I saw pink flamingo, but that really is a neat idea, and we haven't gotten there yet. So if you see them up at sunrise, it's probably either it's been kidnapped or you better lay off of whatever you've been drinking.
Well, I appreciate the update, Bill. I think one of the other things is Santa Days. Do we have Santa Days?
We do. During the holidays, we do Santa Days, and it's really fun. You know, you see all these bodies show up. You know, they get a ticket. They're dressed in costume, and well, we think they're in costume. Some of them could be Santa. We don't know. But and we'll have Santa on the mountain as well, with some elves skiing and handing out candy during the holiday, during Christmas. But it's really neat. People dress up. We did some stuff with so you'll see a lot of Santas out there. I know you knew some of the Santas. I don't remember if you were out there. I didn't see any really tiny Santas, but it's really fun, you know, and that's our business. That's why we're excited about it. It is just about having fun, and it really is for all ages, whether you're young or old. And I've seen you guys out there. I know archery in the summertime, but just to have your kids out there on the slopes. I've had some of the best conversations in a chair with my kids. It's just, you can't beat it, so it's really fun.
That's very true. You're almost, your kids are captive in a sense if you're going up on a chairlift and they're sitting next to you. They have nowhere to run.
Well, especially when if you can stay with them. Usually I con them into waiting for me, but it really is fun. It's just a great time, and it has a beautiful view to the White Mountains when you get up on top. Obviously, the White Mountains, you've got a fantastic view into eastern New Mexico. So I would encourage you, you know, and then we offer scenic rides for those that maybe there's tubing in the area, but scenic rides if during the week you want to sneak up and come up and just get up on the mountain and see what it looks like. When it's quiet, we let people ride the lift. When it's busy, we don't really offer the scenic rides because it is too busy. We don't want to mess with it. It's too hard on them. But come up during the week. It's really pretty.
Great. And do you know what date the Santa Days will be?
I don't know specifically. I know it's during the Christmas holiday, and it's right around Christmas. So I can get those dates. We'll definitely post it on our website. And for really all of our events, we'll get them posted on the website. I know that right now we're aggressively trying to get 2 mountains open. We have Sunrise open, and would expect the other 2 to open fairly soon. We're to be up on it. There's great snow. It's all natural. It's funny how great it is. It's just there's some key areas down towards the bottom where we have to fill in, and we're just trying to get a little bit more snow to do that. And we're going to be making creatively over on the Cyclone Base area, trying to get it going as well. But nature, you talked about the weather, and we are literally farmers, and the snow is our crop, and it's funny, we depend a lot on Mother Nature, and nobody does it better. I mean, we have some great snowmakers that are up there working around the clock, but nobody does it better than Mother Nature, and so we're excited for that next storm.
Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to the next storm. You talked about a website. Do you know the website offhand so people can?
Absolutely. You can go to sunriseskipark.com is our website, and we also, you'll see a link there to our Facebook. If you sign up, we also send out a constant contact. We'll send out little email blitzes to let you know what's going on, events. For example, this next week, one thing I could have mentioned, I guess, is we have the Warren Miller, which is going on down in Phoenix and Tucson. We're going to be down there. Now is a great time to buy passes. So we'll be selling passes, handing out information about the resort, and that's going to be in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, and that's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in Tempe, and then Saturday in Tempe, and then Sunday in Tucson, where we're doing a jib event. It's out in the parking lot. We bring down some, it's actually shaved ice, but it shapes together like snow. We'll take down a feature, and this year we're going to do something different. We're going to use a bungee. So we'll stretch a bungee. It'll pull the rider up onto the feature. They can do their tricks. So we do a contest with that in the afternoon down in the middle of Tucson, which is kind of neat. The riders really enjoy it. It's just kind of a fun event. We'll have music going, all kinds of good stuff. So if you get an opportunity to hit any of the Warren Miller events in Arizona, we'll be down there. And as I mentioned, we're selling passes. You know, we have pre-holiday pricing right now, so you can save money on an adult pass. I think it's $399. I think if you bought a pass last year, you can save a little bit of money. but you're still saving from the regular price, which is up over $500. So it's a great time to buy. We also have college passes, $99 for full-time college students. So all that information's on the website, sunriseskipark.com.
Great. I think, we're all looking forward to the big storm. We all hope that, we get our visitors coming up, and we know how important they are to our commerce, and we're grateful, that Sunrise is able to be open. And I think one of the things that we forget, like last year, if we can remember last year and our lack of snow, but Sunrise was able to operate more days than we've had in the past. Do you remember the operational days for last year?
I can tell you that we opened pre-Thanksgiving. Again, we opened the weekend before. We stayed into April, which is really unusual. I mean, to get open early, and we've done that the last couple of years. I think Brian Brissell, our general manager, I know the board and the tribe, it's really important that, expresses that it's really important to get open and get things up and running. And so we've been really fortunate that I think the ski business in general, and especially our employees, it's kind of a can-do attitude, much probably like all of our communities. It's figuring out how to get it done. And we have limited resources, limited budgets, whatever those things are that maybe make it difficult at times, but creatively, you have to really give credit to our guys. They're really hardworking and pretty sharp the way they come up with these ideas.
I think that's very true, and I appreciate the both of you being here. We certainly know how important our small businesses are to our community, and we know the impact that Sunrise has regionally. And I think that when we're looking forward to Santa coming and it's Christmas season, to remember to shop local and to remember to go up on the mountain and enjoy the mountain and spread the word. I think one of the, just in final thought, that the impact of Sunrise has been so important. And when we talk about economy and commerce, that last year Sunrise was able to pay over $2 million to employees, and those dollars went directly into our businesses and local commerce. So we appreciate that support with the 400 employees, and thank you for all that you do, Malaina, and thank you for all that you do, Bill.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you up on the mountain, and certainly shopping at our local shops and eating at our great local eateries. So we'll see you out there, and we'll see you next month.